The next AI agent upgrade is not more autonomy. It is traffic control. If you run a team, build products, manage operations, or ship client work, this is the part to pay attention to. Microsoft is reportedly launching Agent 365, a system meant to oversee AI agents inside a company, not just one chatbot. A whole layer for tracking what agents exist, what they can touch, and when a human needs to step in. That sounds like enterprise plumbing. Boring, maybe, but here's the playbook signal. The winner in AI work may not be the team with the most agents. It may be the team that knows exactly which agents are allowed to do what, because the problem is changing. Last year, the hard part was getting an AI tool to do anything useful. This year, the hard part is stopping 10 useful AI tools from quietly turning into an unmanaged workforce. Think about a normal business workflow. One agent answers support tickets, another drafts invoices, another updates a CRM, another checks code, another reads internal documents. Each one looks harmless in isolation, but together they create a new operating risk. Who gave that agent access? Can it email customers? Can it change a price? Can it touch production data? Can it spend money? Can it learn from private documents? And if it makes a mistake, who owns the mess? That is why a control layer matters. For big companies, Agent 365 is a governance product. For operators and builders, it is a warning label. Do not build your agent workflow like a pile of clever demos. Build it like a permission system. Here is the operator version. First, make an agent inventory. Seriously, a boring list. Every agent, every automation, every scheduled AI task. Name the owner, name the job, name the tools it can use. If nobody can answer those questions in 1 minute, you do not have an AI strategy. You have a haunted house. Second, separate reading from acting. Let agents read more than they can change. Summarizing a customer thread is one risk. Refunding an order is another. Drafting a database migration is one risk. Running it is another. The playbook is simple. Read access first, suggested action second, human approval before anything expensive or irreversible. Third, put approvals where the damage is, not where the demo feels impressive. Nobody needs to approve every paragraph an AI drafts, but you absolutely want a checkpoint before customer messages, payments, legal commitments, production systems, payroll, or data exports. Fourth, log the work like you would log an employee handoff. What did the agent see? What tool did it use? What changed? Who approved it? This sounds tedious until something breaks. Then the audit trail becomes the difference between a 5-minute fix and a company-wide mystery. Fifth, rehearse failure before scaling success. Pick one workflow and ask the awkward questions. What if the agent sends the wrong thing? What if it loops? What if a prompt injection tells it to ignore policy? What if the data source is stale? What if a customer asks for something it should never do? This is where smaller teams can actually beat bigger ones. Big companies will buy the control tower because compliance forces them to. Smaller teams can copy the operating principle without waiting for a procurement cycle. You can use checklists, role-based permissions, approval queues, logs, and narrow scopes right now. The practical shift is this. Stop asking, can an agent do this task? Start asking, what is the safest version of this task that an agent should own? That question changes the design. A support agent does not need to solve every ticket. It can classify, draft, and escalate. A finance agent does not need full spending power. It can prepare the payment packet and flag anomalies. A coding agent does not need to push straight to production. It can open a pull request with tests and a rollback note. That is not less ambitious. It is how you get reliable leverage. The hype version of AI agents says, let the machine run the company. The operator version says, give the machine a lane, a speed limit, a dashboard, and a human who knows when to hit the brakes. So the takeaway from Agent 365 is not just Microsoft has another AI product. The takeaway is that AI work is becoming manageable work. Agents are moving from experiments into the org chart. And once something enters the org chart, the advantage goes to people who design the handoffs. If you are building with agents this week, do one thing differently. Pick your most useful AI workflow and write down 4 lines. What it can read, what it can change, when it needs approval, and how you roll it back. That little control sheet may matter more than your next fancy prompt, because the next edge is not having an AI agent. It is knowing how to manage one.